All right, let's break this one down. This is the story of how a top-tier team, staring down disaster in their own legendary arena, managed to pull off one heck of a comeback. We're going to get into how pure resilience can totally flip the script in a huge college basketball game.
So, this was the big question, hanging over the number 14 Kansas Jayhawks. I mean, after a rare, super humbling loss in your own house, you've got another top 5 team walking through the door. The pressure was just absolutely off the charts.
And you really have to get the context here. This wasn't just some other game on the schedule. No way. It felt like a real tipping point. You had two powerhouse programs, both kind of teetering in their own ways, and you just knew something had to give.
So on one side, you've got Kansas, still stinging from that loss to an unranked Cincinnati team that sent them tumbling 6 spots in the polls. And on the other, number 5 Houston, a team stuck in this brutal losing streak against top 15 opponents. Both of these teams were absolutely desperate for a win, which made for this incredibly tense, high-stakes vibe right from the opening tip.
And man, right from the jump, it really looked like all that desperation was just going to push Kansas right into another disaster. I mean, their start to this game was pretty much the worst-case scenario you could imagine.
Just try to wrap your head around this. 9 misses on their first 10 shots. The offense was just frozen solid. You could literally feel the tension in the crowd build with every single shot that clanked off the rim. They just could not buy a bucket.
And that ice-cold shooting led to this. More than 8.5 straight minutes without a single basket from the floor. In a game this huge, a scoring drought like that feels like an absolute eternity. It put Kansas in a really, really dangerous hole early on.
But then, just when it felt like another home loss was about to happen, something just clicked. The Jayhawks exploded on this furious 11-0 run to end the half, totally erasing that awful start. That single stretch changed everything, sending a jolt of pure electricity through the entire building.
So they took that little spark of momentum they found at the end of the first half, and, coming out after the break, they turned it into an absolute wildfire. This right here was the knockout punch. They came out of that locker room and immediately just hit Houston with a massive 12-0 run. It was this rapid-fire offensive explosion that just blew the game wide open. I mean, think about that for a second. What was a nail-biting 2-point game just moments before was suddenly a 14-point blowout. Kansas just kept their foot on the gas, stretching that lead all the way out to 20 points, leaving Houston completely stunned and in their rearview mirror. And this chart here shows you the other side of that story. While Kansas was getting red hot, their defense, which was just being fueled by that roaring home crowd, completely smothered Houston. The Cougars went ice cold, shooting a pretty dismal 32% from the field and only 21% from 3. They just had no answers. None.
Of course, a comeback this epic doesn't just happen on its own. It takes individuals stepping up in a big, big way. So who were the stars that just refused to let their team lose this game?
Tre White was the offensive engine, man. He carried the team all night long. He dropped a season-high 23 points, finding ways to get a bucket exactly when they needed it the most. He was just unstoppable.
And hey, how about the composure from the freshman? In a massive, high-pressure conference game like this one, Darryn Peterson stepped up with 14 huge points, really showing a poise that was way beyond his years. And down low, Bryson Tiller was an absolute force of nature. A double-double with 11 points and 10 boards, plus he added 3 blocks. He completely controlled the paint on both ends of the floor.
And there it is, the final score. A 13-point victory. A commanding win that seemed pretty much impossible when this game got started.
Now this victory, it wasn't just a great comeback story. No, it was a powerful reminder of one of the great undeniable truths in all of college basketball. Just let that sink in for a minute. Not since the 1988-89 season. That is an unbelievable, mind-boggling streak of resilience and dominance that just tells you everything you need to know about the intimidating and powerful atmosphere in that arena. See, the arena is known as the Fog, and it has this long, storied history of just devouring top-ranked opponents. It's one of those places where the crowd truly becomes a sixth man on the court, and this night was a perfect example of that power in action. And if you want one more truly staggering statistic, here you go. Under the bright national lights of ESPN's Big Monday, Kansas's record at home is now 52-1. that just perfectly underscores their near invincibility in these big-time marquee games. So yeah, this win wasn't just about a team rebounding from a tough loss. It was a powerful reminder that in a sport filled with total unpredictability, the Jayhawks playing inside Fortress Allen Fieldhouse remains one of the surest things in the game.